join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Brick crochet, brick crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop she's living the dream, crafting magic soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. Cozy corner of the twitchy scene lives a yarny legend crochet queen. Hooks in hand with flair so keen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop she's living the dream, crafting magic soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Granny squares and textured waves, she's turning yarn into handmade frames. With every stitch she sets the tone, a crafty vibe all of her own. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop she's living the dream, crafting magic soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Brick crochet, brick crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop she's living the dream, crafting magic soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Brick crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. Cozy corner of the twitchy scene lives a yarny legend crochet queen. Hooks in hand with flair so keen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop she's living the dream, crafting magic soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Granny squares and textured waves, she's turning yarn into handmade frames. With every stitch she sets the tone, a crafty vibe all of her own. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop she's living the dream, crafting magic soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Brick crochet, brick crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Brick crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. In a cozy corner of the twitchy scene lives a yarny legend crochet queen. Hooks in hand with flair so keen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Granny squares and textured waves, she's turning yarn into handmade face. With every stitch, she sets the tone, a crafty vibe all of her own. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream, crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Um, whew, hold on just a minute. Me and Biscuit, we had to go outside, make sure Biscuit was taken care of. Um, let's see. And then I ran up the stairs because I was like, whatever. See, Bubbles and Honey got first. Papa, your testing is working. Um, uh, thank you for the check-in, Linda. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. You and Bubbles share the same birthday with Kate Middleton and Nina DeBreff. I'm probably saying that wrong right now. I'm doing well. I'm going to a student soccer game. Oh, that is so sweet. Hi CSDW. How are you doing? Just trying to catch my breath, and somebody wants to play. I don't have time to play. Come on, we're making. Oh, and Richard Nixon. Then you have a first date. Yay. No, it's next weekend that I'm not on because my sister's youngest daughter is getting married. It's getting married. Air quotes. She's getting she's getting married. So this blanket that I'm making, this is a pencil blanket, and I'm starting out with the eraser. I'm so sorry, everybody. Biscuit needs to give up. Thank you, Biscuit, for giving up. So anyway, I've got to finish this last blanket before me and KK take our trip on Friday. So I love this yarn, Tropical Pink, for the eraser. There's going to be 10 rows of this. And I looked at all of the other yarns, and they were those big, thick chenille yarns, and I'm not much of whatever, and it all looked like single crochet. And I am really fond of the Suzette stitch. And, my niece is very short, but she's a teacher too. So, I figured this will be cute for her to wrap up in her room. My brain's not even thinking. God, what in the world am I doing? So, anyway, I didn't buy any of those patterns. Oh, I did that one wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now, I did that one wrong. Hold on. Yes, I did that one wrong. Okay, you can get up here, but you've got to be good. At least it was on the last stitch. I've got to put a double crochet. So I've already done the first round, the foundation chain. And in my foundation chain, and I would be glad to tell anybody how I did this blanket, because um it I I just came up with this on my own. It's for me and my thinking. It has nothing to do. I mean, if somebody wanted to make it, that's fine. Um, Basically, I do an even amount of stitches. He's gonna get his butt in trouble. He went for a shot today, and because he was being so whatever, we forgot his medication. Then we had to drive all the way back from the vet's office to go all the way back. And I make it sound like it was a big trip, but it wasn't. We do live quite close to our vet, and we did pick the vet because it was quite close to us. Because Biscuit does get car sick. He does get car sick. So, anyway, so if anybody ever wants to make this blanket and you want to make it your own or whatever, I do an even amount of stitches. And then on my chain, my first chain. And I think this one is either 100 and I could tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. That's supposed to be 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. So that means 5 times 63 times 2, which is not what I would have done. I wouldn't have done 126. Anyway, I think this is 130, and I think somewhere along the lines I have skipped a stitch somewhere. So anyway, okay. We're getting too big. Yeah. Anyway, so then you do even amount of stitches. This is probably, I think it's 130, and I have skipped something somewhere. I don't know, or maybe miscounted when I was doing it. You go into the second chain from the hook, you put a single crochet and a double crochet, you skip a chain, single crochet, double crochet in the same chain, skip a chain, and you repeat that all the way to the end. In the very last stitch on a Suzette stitch. Oh, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Panther, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the 9 months in a row. Thank you. Um, so then in the very, very last stitch, you just do a single crochet. You chain 1, you turn your work, and in that very first chain, this little hole that's your whatever, you're going to put a single crochet, and a double crochet. So, and then yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and that's your double crochet. And then what you do is every time you see a bump you'll see your clump, and then there'll be like a little oh, thank you for the 45 bits. Thank you, Bubbles and Honey, thank you. Thank you. So so then you'll see this, and then you'll see another clump, and you'll see a stitch right there. So you just put your singles and doubles in those little stitches. And you gotta catch up on my YouTube videos. I've gotta start making more YouTube videos, I really do. I've just gotten whatever. You finished your first 2 grad courses with A's. Yay, Bubbles, yay. Now, are you going to do this so you can go into, like, administration, or are you still wanting to be, um, like, I think when my cousin went and did all of that stuff, she did hers so she could go into administration. Now she's been let's see, you wanna be a literacy special oh, that is nice, that is nice. Report card grades were due yesterday. Oh, yeah, because you don't have I mean, this is it you're in the last quarter of school. I know it's not by quarters, but maybe it is because I think we get 4 I don't know how they do report cards nowadays. Thank goodness my kids aren't in school anymore. Okay. So my cousin graduated out of college probably around she was 22, 23. Um, she's 3 years younger than me. So right now she's 52. So she's been in the school system for 30 years, and she is now a principal over an elementary school. I think this is like her 3rd I would say 2nd or 3rd year. I'm just holding out till spring break in April. I know, one of the girls that I work with, her first child is, in, um, school. He's in kindergarten, and, they go on spring break in April too. Good morning, fairy dust. How are you doing? I do want to ask this, and this is just because I want to know. Hi, anxious Eds. How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, Bubbles and Honey. This is something specific for teachers. Um, how are I am doing great. I am making a pencil blanket. I'm using I love this yarn, and it is in tropical pink is what my eraser. I'm starting at the eraser. Um, her son's teacher called and was talking to her. Oh, you were doing you saw I was live. I wanted to say, oh, it's we just started. So, and I didn't buy a pattern. I just kind of made this up on the fly. There's probably another person that's made one up out there like this, but I didn't steal anybody's pattern. This is me. And I give credit where credit is due. If I buy a pattern or I find a pattern somewhere, I do it. Most of them I've seen just the pictures of it looks like single crochets. I'm using the Suzette stitch. Um, so she called her the other day and was talking to her about holding him back. Teal giraffe, how are you doing? Now, do they do that because they want the parent to hold them back? Because, I mean, are kids allowed to be failed anymore? Thank you, Teal Giraffe. Thank you. This is Tropical Pink. This is Hobby Lobby's. I love this yarn, Tropical Pink. And her husband I said, well, he's in kinder. She was just asking our opinions as moms. And I said, well, my sister held both of her 2 oldest children back in kindergarten because she felt it wouldn't hurt them. Because the older they get, then they realize they're being held back. Um, but her husband won't let her do it because he says, we're not holding back. He's not dumb. And that's not what the teacher said. The teacher just said that she thought he would benefit being, and since he had never been to a daycare or a preschool or anything like that, she felt like he would benefit staying in kindergarten another year. Hi, Sir Fabulous Petey, how are you doing? I don't know. I think they hold it for me, for some odd reason, I feel like it's so hard on teachers nowadays for the kids to it's so hard on the teachers nowadays to fail kids because I think they hold it against the teacher, they don't hold it against the kid. It depends on the grade level. If someone's where they are doing interventions and he's not making progress, then yeah. If it's 3rd grade, it's based on reading levels and they have to do summer school and try to okay. I didn't know. I just feel like they hold more against teachers nowadays, fairy dust, than they did like when we were in school and we failed. Nobody our parents never said it was the teacher's fault. Our parents never said it was the teacher's fault. And they were always like, "Well, you didn't work hard enough. Your butt's going to summer school or you're failing, one or the other," you know? Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, Dave. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Dave. Or being able to do the same thing as others. Oh, okay. I was just wanting to know. Welcome in, Dave. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you doing, Dave? Um, welcome in, Green Sky Fire. Welcome in. Welcome in. If it was me, I would ask what his teacher thinks he needs to work on and teach him during the summer. I think that's what she's trying to do. She printed up a bunch of stuff on our time and like all kinds of stuff. And so um she's also her next child will go into kindergarten next year, so it's good for her to help them all. Welcome in, Fluffy Shark, welcome in. Blame Dave for not copying the Dave, you did an impromptu all-nighter 18 hours later, I should probably rest. You probably should. So, Dave, thank you for bringing your community in. Um If you have to raid and run, I completely understand since it was an all-nighter, 18 hours. You have a wonderful sleep, and I tr thank you for trusting me with your community, and, uh, you have hi, Ryan Judah from, YouTube. Just stopping in and say, "I love this color, have a great day." Oh, no, thank you, thank you, thank you. Rest is for the weak. Yes, it's all Dave's fault. Well, I mean, Dave. Dave is Dave is crazy. Um, okay, no, that is fine. That is fine. We have everything from 3K to 5th, and even a child seemed to have troubles adjusting. We would look at instructional plans, potential learning disability. Oh, that's good. That's good. That really is. And so, I mean, so her husband, to me, her husband's just stubborn, but I don't know. That's just me. Um, but you know, Anyway, but no, thank you. The color is, this is I love this yarn and tropical pink, Ryan Judah, thank you. Um, Read on 2nd grade level, but have learned disabilities. So, yes, yes, that's actually 100% correct. So, for those of you who came in with the raid, my name is Bray Crochet. I know I'm like, Dave broke me this morning. I wasn't expecting a raid. I never expect them, but that's why they shock me so. But anyway, my name is Bray Crochet and I mainly crochet. And today and probably tomorrow, I am working on a pencil blanket. I have got to get this blanket done before Friday, because Friday I am leaving to go to my sister's youngest daughter's wedding. And this is for my oldest niece. She is a teacher. And I've been meaning to make this blanket for her for a long, long time. And I've just put myself in a time crunch, and that is what I'm doing. I am doing it. I'm getting this done. I did not buy a pattern. Um, I love the Suzette stitch. I love how the Suzette stitch makes the blankets. I just love how it evens out the ends. You don't have to put a border on it. I love that kind of stuff. So this is what I'm doing. I don't even know if I really even said anything about myself. But anyway, I mainly crochet. I try to really try to stay chill. Um, we don't really have a lot of chaos here. I don't think, unless it all happens, because it's supposed to happen. But, I have a co-pilot, his name is Biscuit. He is laying here sleeping right now, so we're not gonna wake him up, but he may make a appearance later. It just depends. Biscuit's Biscuit. He, he typically runs the stream. Um, there there are people straight out of high school that can't figure out in their head how much and that is true, and that is sad because I watched a video the other day, and it was a girl, she was out of high school, and they asked her how many dimes was in a dollar. And y'all, she kept going back and going, 4 quarters isn't a dollar, 2 dimes and a nickel make a quarter. And all I could think of was core math because they make them break it down. They make it break it down. And they didn't do that for us. I remember, like, when we were little, we had and I don't know how old everyone is in this stream. But, like, we had, like, little cardboard dimes and pennies and nickels and quarters on our desk, and that's how we learned to count change and to make a dollar, and I understand that there's a lot of things that they do to make teaching better, but I don't know. I think they should ask the teachers. I really do. I think they should ask the teachers. For the love of everything chocolate, cross multiplying was working. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think they should ask teachers what the teachers think. They're in the front lines. They're the ones with the students. I think I just think that that's where they need to get their information. It doesn't need to be a bunch of educated people that have never stepped foot in a classroom that don't know what a child goes through. Because not every child and listen to me, I am not on a rant, I'm not on a rave or anything like this, but not everyone learns the same way. Not it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. I mean, I'm a when I started my new job where I work now, I am a doer. You need to tell me what to do. Let me put the mouse in my hand and let me do it because it's the only way I'm going to learn how to do it. They teach so kids differently nowadays on some things. It's kind of scary. No, now I did hear they are bringing some cursive back. I do. Her mama and I had to teach her how to do cursive so she'd be able to sign checks. My 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 sister's kids, my nose is running because it's underneath light and I feel like it's gonna come off. Plus I've been messing with my sourdough, Lucille today. Um, and I think my hands have, like, sourdough dust on them or something. I feel like Common Core was some PhD candidate trying to reinvent math, and the rest of the world is suffering. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And they do. They just teach the kids to pass standardized tests. And, like, all 3 of my kids all 3 of my kids, I can tell you, my oldest one, I feel like she always had test anxiety. My second one, she she had to study forever. Papa and I can tell you, it was horrible to watch her have to take a test because it was like she would stay up the whole night before. I mean, she just always she was kinda like my sister. My sister has to study, and me, I just this is me in school. Osmosis. As long as I could hear it, it didn't matter, but I'm a doer. Like, now in work, I'm a doer. Do not just go, "Here, let me show you this. Here, you're on your own." That doesn't work for me. I'm like, "You can sit beside me and we can do it, and but let me do it." And then our third daughter, Kayla, okay, she just she just had it hard too. But the thing of it is they all learned in different ways. And I was very lucky. They went through a good schooling system. And by good schooling system, I mean the teachers were aware of how they learned. So it was a little easier to communicate with the teacher for any parent teacher conferences. It was easier to communicate with the teacher when, we had to change things, that kind of thing. So, um, I don't know. It's just trust your teacher is what I'm saying. Trust your teacher. And your teacher is working the hardest they possibly can for your child. Don't go in there and blame the teacher because your kid didn't do their homework last night and they don't get it. It's not the teacher's fault. The teacher's not expecting you to be all knowing because we learned a different way. But that's what I say. Like when P-Pop gets a little older and she gets ready to go to school, I think I would love Hi, Stellar. How are you doing? Welcome in. I think I would love for them to be closer to us so that, it'll be easy because the little village will be. I know the law nerds are here. The law nerds are in the house, people. The law nerds are in the house. Um, but it's just I don't know. She will be learning how to write her name in cursive. I mean, it is kinda sad that they didn't teach kids cursive for a while because, I mean, there are a lot of historical documents that, are written in cursive, and they'll never be able to read them. I mean, they will. They could Google it and all that, but, you know, I don't know. So I'm on row 2 of this pencil. The pink is gonna be 10 rows. The silver for the metal on the end of the this is gonna be 10 rows. This is not the pencil that I'm referencing, so it's just a pencil that I have that I've actually found, and I was like, "I didn't even know I had a pencil like this." So this is gonna be 5. That's why I think this is 130. I'm pretty positive this is 130. So that'd be 65 and 65. Okay, so this is gonna be 10, this is gonna be 10, this might be 5, this might be 10, this is 10, this is 5, and then the rest is gonna be an even 130 by 130. So I will go 130 rows across for 130 stitches down. So the blanket will be a rectangle when I get done. Or will that be a square? That might be a square. I don't know. We're gonna roll it up. It's gonna look good. That's all that matters. And my brain just has to think it through. Oh, no, 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 fairy dust. Hold on a second. Let me tell you something that I found out. Those defense attorneys are now, I just think I don't know if they're the little group, but those defense attorneys also are defending the kid who shot Charlie Kirk. So if that goes to trial, I'm pretty positive that will be whatever. So that is what I heard through the grapevine. on, who did I hear that from? Because I was like, "You have got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me." And I can tell you this much, if I was somebody and I watched what they've done with this lady's trial, I don't know if I'd let them be my lawyers anymore. I'm just telling you. Oh, no, I'm going to tell you right now, if I even oh, this is why I should never be on a jury, because I'm going to tell you, I'm gonna be as honest as I could honestly be. Those lawyers right there they've done nothing for her. They've done nothing for her. She's guilty. Um, they haven't even tried to give reasonable doubt, and I'm just like, "You could have saved 3 weeks. Just let them open the opening statements, and then let's just go." Because that one, the not Miss Lewis, the other one, when she did the opening statement, I'm like, "This girl's doomed." They do not know what they're doing. They do not know what they're talking about. They can't even look at a photo and and read it. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, who did all their work for them? Because it doesn't even look like they even understand what they've put in to I don't know. They're very annoying, and, his family's going to get what they want, but she will file an appeal, and if she doesn't file an appeal, and she doesn't say that her staff, her lawyers were incompetent, she's about as dumb as a brick, 'cause I would. Nestor has been making me lose my mind because she looks, sounds, and acts like an employee I had struggles I'm gonna yes, that's her name. I see, I just I just that Nestor lady, and Miss mm, I don't know. I just remember the one day that I don't know who it was, and I know both of you probably would know who it is. Um, I think it was the policeman, the very first policeman. Miss Lewis was, uh, talking about, Corey Richards shaking her hands, and maybe it wasn't her, maybe it was one of the doctors, I don't know, but talking about Corey Richards shaking her hands, and no 2 people act the same and whatever, and then the witness on the witness stand said, "Yeah, like you shake," and I was just like, "Oh, he just did not do that again." I mean, not again, he just did not do that, he just did not say that out loud, and then she, like, watched herself. Oh, one of the detectives. She watched herself and kept her hands whatever, and I was like so he was like, "Yeah, people shake for different reasons, but, um, you know, that's not why I'm saying that I don't think she didn't act the way she was supposed to be acting." I don't know. They're very condescending, and with all the witnesses and what they did to that one what Miss Lewis did to the one lady that was the lady that went and got the drugs for her, the way she treated that lady, I was like, I just wanted to reach through and smack her. So, all I am doing right now is single crochets and double crochets all the way down this until I get to the end, and when I get to the end, we will stop and we will do a single crochet, chain 1, and then turn our work, and it keeps the work even. You don't have to make a border for this blanket. Yes, this is the eraser section. I think I picked out some pretty I would get up right now, and I really would, to show you the rest of the yarn, but I'll have it tomorrow. I'll just put it all on the desk tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna get up? Well, if you're gonna get up, then I can go get my other yarn. Do you wanna get up? He's not in the mood. But being condescending is not providing reasonable doubt for your client. It just makes the jury hate you. There were a lot of times when I was like, "Why is Bloodworth," or whatever his name, "why is he not objecting?" And then, Emily said EDB said, "Because the jury's probably fell asleep and or they toned out, and he doesn't want to wake them back up." So right here is where your turning chain is, right there. So, I don't know if you could see it. So, I'm gonna go into that chain, both loops. I'm gonna do yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That is my single crochet, and that will even out my row, and it will make a nice line. So then I chain 1, turn my work, and in this very first chain, I'm gonna put a single crochet and a double crochet. And then I'm gonna work it all the way across in each little bump. And you'll see your bumps when you start to work a Suzette stitch blanket. You'll see, "Oh, that's the next hole I go into. Oh, that's the next hole I go into," and so on and so on. So, um, it's one of those, like, if you're riding a car and you need a what I would consider a mindless pattern, or if you're watching a show on television and you need a mindless pattern, this is a mindless pattern. I shouldn't call it a mindless pattern. It's just you don't have to do a lot of counting. Look for the next hole, single crochet, double crochet. Look for the next hole. Yeah. Anyone who gave Sassiness or got brownie points, yes. She does put me into an over entitled person. Like, she puts me in the type of a person who, when she went to school, she was a hall monitor, and she just continued that out throughout her life, and she was like, "You know what? I am gonna go to college, and I'm gonna become a lawyer, and people I'm gonna defend innocent people." And how do you so anyway, before I started my stream today, I discarded and fed Lucille. I have a loaf cold proofing in the fridge. So, um, I'm hoping this is the third one, I think. Yes, because I made a sourdough cookie, chocolate chip cookie, and it turned out really good. Everybody at work ate it. It was gone. That's the only thing I've made with my sourdough discard. But, I'm I'm excited. I'm excited. So hopefully today I will be able to cook a loaf of bread and I will be able to get it right. It's been a little gummy, edible, and we've been able to eat them. I've been able to eat them. It's a little gummy at the bottom. So it's like I haven't cooked it enough. Um, my daughter said she didn't think I was doing enough stretch and folds. So last night I beat the crap out of that darn loaf of bread. And I shouldn't say that because, it's just a loaf of bread. I used to drive for Uber, and I remember there were a couple of lawyers I drove somewhere, and one of them was bragging and proud that they got a predator off on a technicality. Oh, that is that is creepy and gross. And the thing of it is with this one, She literally she killed her husband, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Okay, she unalived him. Don't turn me in. She unalived him, and she was throwing memes in her phone as everybody's walking out the door, and she wants to act all boohoo like the family was not giving her what she wanted, but she sued them. It is. It's just okay, biscuit, honey. I don't want to hurt your legs. I just don't understand people. But I mean, that's the name of the game. If you can get 12 people to believe you, well, they got them off on a technicality, so they might have not been able to have 10 people believe them. But you know what? Pop and I were talking today. Our middle daughter got called for jury duty. I don't know when, but she did. And like her job's like, that's okay, you can go. And so she's gonna go sit on jury duty. And I said, you can't even like I literally the only jury I've ever sat on was a guy who robbed somebody at gunpoint. And they even asked us, they had us all stand up. And at the beginning, the judge asked like 10 questions. He got to ask 10 questions. And then the little guy rolled the little thing and they pulled our number. And if our number got pulled, then we got up there. And then we had to answer questions from the defense and the prosecution. And then they got to decide whether to keep us or whatever. And they even ask, has anybody been a part of a violent crime with a gun? I raised my hand. And they asked me to explain it. And I still got picked for the jury. So, of course, the defense probably wanted me. The prosecution probably didn't. But we never even got to hear the case because the guy pleaded guilty after they picked the jury, brought us in, let us sit, and was explaining everything to us. They sent us out for lunch for a recess because it was close to whatever. We came back and they said the the guy pled guilty, and our services were no longer needed. So, I mean, I don't know really what they look for in jury selection when they're doing that kind of stuff. But would I like to go back on a jury? Yes. Papa laughs at me because he said, you would, wouldn't you? I just find it interesting. I just find it interesting. I would like to want one time in my life just get to maybe watch a whole trial. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. I mean, because I am nosy and, they do tell you can't look nothing up, you can't watch nothing. But I mean, I really probably wouldn't have a problem with that because I would just come home and watch like Harry Potter or something and crochet. But they're not getting me later for not doing what I'm supposed to do. Um, but I remember when I got pulled for jury duty, we literally said, why don't they take older people that have retired and probably would love doing that stuff, being a part of a group and whatever. Let decide. I bet the guy's attorney looked at the jury and got selected and advised him that his chances were not good. Probably. And I think the judge even said, I think he looked at who his jury was and realized he wasn't not that he wouldn't get a fair trial, but if there wasn't enough reasonable doubt, we weren't moving. But I did get free lunch out of it. I did get free lunch out of it. So that was good. It was an okay free lunch. But Nowadays, though, I don't know if I'd wanna be on a jury. I mean, because you have to go into the courthouse, they're crazy people, and I don't mean to say that, but world's not all some people don't they're a couple fried short people. I'm crazy. I tell people all the time, "Look at me. I'm crazy. I have red hair. I could go just like that, but I'm not gonna hurt you. I mean, I'm not gonna whatever. I might be like, but that's all you're gonna get out of me. Am I crazy?" My mouth starts running. I'm not gonna pull out my phone. I'm not gonna take video of you. I'm not gonna whack you over the head or nothing like that. My crazy is contained. But my daughter told me the other because I told her I was crazy. She says, "Mom, you're not crazy." I said, let's remove the veil. Your mother is crazy. She is. And that's part of the problem. I have succeeded in solving part of the problem. I have admitted I am crazy. So therefore, I am on the way to recovery. But I'm weird. I'm really weird. Papa could tell you I'm really weird. Like, I'll let it sit and fester. Like, I'll get mad about stuff and I'll just let it be like, "Mhm." Somebody's gonna say something. And then that's when I'm gonna say something. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't go looking to get in trouble. I mean, trouble finds me, but I don't go looking to get in trouble. One of my sisters sat for a M case. She says it's really traumatizing. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. Because, I mean, they're gonna show you things that you probably don't wanna see, but, I mean, I guess that's the prosecution's job to get you to see what another person has "This is looking nice. This is gonna be a nice little eraser." Now, I did see on Etsy, this lady's doing did a pencil scarf. Now, of course, if you're doing a pencil scarf, depending on the stitch, you probably can make it out to a blanket, and it was like $2 and something for the it was really but I'm trying not to be whatever. But she took each section of the pencil, like, the eraser was a different stitch, the silver part was a different stitch, the pencil part was a different stitch. So, she did all of that, and, um, I thought it made it look cute. And, of course, with the pencil part, she made it a pointy pencil part. Now, on mine, I'm not gonna make it a pointy pencil part because I don't think it we'll see when we get to the pencil part how I wanna do it. But I just kinda want her to be able to roll it up and it look like a pencil. That's really I mean, if she wants to use it, like, physically use it, that's perfectly fine. Now, see, this niece, I didn't when she graduated out of college well, while she was in college, I don't think before she graduated, I made her a blanket, just a simple granny square, never-ending granny square that was in her college colors. I'm enjoying it. I woke up, "That is great, Sir Fabulous. That is great." But you are fabulous, so, you should be enjoying your Saturday morning. I'm sure as fabulous as you are, every day is enjoyable, and that's what I say. So, and I don't know if I would wanna set for an M case either, Stellar, because, I mean, that is somebody's life you're holding in your hands. I mean, unless it's blatant, I mean but I guess that's what reasonable doubt's for. I mean, if they do their job and give you reasonable doubt. And the different texture stitches, yes, it does make it really fun. So, um, I couldn't figure out I looked at the picture and I couldn't figure out what stitches they used for the silver. The pencil looked like they, you know how you go, I'm in this one, I skip 3 chains, I single crochet and skip 3 chain 3. That's what it looked like. Like you single crocheted, chain 3, skip 3 chains, single crocheted into the 4th chain all the way across. And then the next row was you put like double crochets, 3 double crochets into the stitch, and then went across with the skippy stitches again. And for all the you out there, I'm making words up. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Skippy stitches is not the official term that you would use. But today we are celebrating Papa's birthday. He is like really old. He's younger than me. Um but the girls are coming over and they are going I don't know what we're doing. I have no idea what we're doing, but we're doing. And I don't know where we're even eating for lunch. That is that's where it's amazing for me. I don't even know where we're eating for lunch. Or maybe he did tell me where we're eating for lunch. And I'm just now remembering where he told me we're eating for lunch. Now this one, I don't know how people do this, but I always this is the last stitch. Oh, this is the last stitch, and I always go in to that turning chain to keep it straight. I never go like some people would probably go into this. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. I have to see. I think that leaves a bump. I like to go underneath that chain. That's just me. And I'm going to do it to prove to myself that's where I want to go. But I will say this, I did not know this lady that Stellar and Fairy Dust introduced me to watching on YouTube. Emily D. Baker. I guess she's a lawyer from I'm gonna make it work. She's a lawyer from California. She lives in Tennessee now, and she did the Murdoch case. Now, I was interested in the Murdoch case. Did I follow it? No, I didn't because I was like, he's guilty. He killed him. That's it. And I just kind of let it go because I was like, he's guilty. Why am I watching it? But I can tell you this much. There would be not a thing in the world that I would that Papa could do to make me want to unalive him. No, I will walk away. I'm not going to prison. I do not look good in stripes, and I do not look good in orange. It's not worth it. Walk away. Now, in her mind, I think they had a prenup, so I don't think she could walk away and keep all the money she wanted. So, but he fixed her anyway because he knew she was cheating on him. See how that is? It's straight. For me, it's straight. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, we will continue on. I can't believe that someone has wore themselves out so much that they are just sleeping here like a good little pumpernickel. I think he would be more of a toasted. He's not burnt. He's toasted. He'd be like a little piece of toasted bread, a little bit of butter on it, a little butter biscuit. Okay, and ad break is starting soon. And we are on row 4. Did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. And this weekend I have to finish because Monday I have to go in with them all. I have to finish all my little shamrocks because now everybody at work is like, I'm like, I'm not making them for you, but to make everybody happy, I am. So I need to figure out from my doctor what I need because when we opened up the mail today, the short-term disability company that does our short-term disability said my surgery was not medically necessary for me to have that much time off. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll go on the site later today and maybe I can figure out what to print out for my doctor so that they can fill it out and maybe get that taken care of. I feel like I'm going through a whole thing again when they said that, my breast cancer wasn't good enough reason to be out of work for 7 weeks. So, I don't know. Crazy, crazy. So this is and actually the Suzette stitch works up really fast. In my opinion, it works up really fast. I have made an American flag out of this stitch. I actually have made 2 of them. 3. 2. 2 or 3. And I told myself I would never make it again, but I've made it several times. So, but it was a free pattern, and I think that free pattern actually got me hooked on the Suzette stitch. I was like, "Oh, I love this stitch." And you don't have to border it. It's just wonderful. You don't have to worry about it, and switching colors is easy. It's just one of those things. You just each stitch, I love it because each stitch somebody can go, "Oh, what's your favorite stitch?" Single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, treble crochet. There's so many stitches out there, so many stitches. And some of them have different names depending on what region they're in. I mean, there's um, what is the Suzette? The Suzette stitch is also, I know, buddy, my leg is hurting. Um, there, just depending on where you're from and a region is, you know, what a stitch could be called. So I just think it's nifty smifty. But if this would be one of my favorite stitches for a baby blanket. only because I've made several of this stitch for Peepop, and when she was younger and they didn't want her to, like, grab a hold of her little feeding tube, they could put this blanket around her, and they still can to this date, put this blanket around her, and she can't, like, get her little fingers through the stitch. Welcome back, everybody, welcome back. So, it makes for a good, barrier, like, on some of the granny square blankets that I've made her, she can poke her little fingers through those little holes, but not on this one, she can't. So, not on this one, she can't. So, if I make Peepop a blanket, I do like to use this stitch, unless we're making something specific. And after I get back from my, uh this wedding trip and then my surgery, probably my whole surgery recovery time, I'm going to be finishing the fridge for Peepop for her 2nd birthday. So, I've made all the food. I found all the food that I've created for this, and I am I was thinking, um, thinking something, and it didn't happen, so I was a little bit whatever, a little weirded out by it, but that's okay. Um, yeah, so I need to finish the fridge, because she's gotta have it. She's old enough now that she can put things in it, put things out of it, that kinda thing. So, and I know probably, we're sitting here and we're going, "Gosh, we're just watching her making a Suzette stitch all the way across this." And that's perfectly fine. Um, but hopefully I'm yappity yapping enough to keep you entertained. Or if you're doing a crochet along project, you're co-working or finishing a project of your own, at least it's not missing, hopefully, with your stitches. So I would kind of like, I'm afraid I want to get to 10 rows with this, but I can't remember when I've used this before. I guess it would depend on how long it is, but I would like to get ten rows out of this skein of yarn before I had to, because I really don't want to get out today other than what we have to do for Papa for his birthday. Boy, I'm so stingy. My weekends, I would just want to stay home. So, yeah, that works for me. We've already been out enough for the biscuit little poop head today. And he didn't get to see his favorite vet tech today. He actually does have a favorite vet tech. His favorite vet tech's name is Josh. And Josh, what am I doing? Um, Josh was not there today. So I think Biscuit was a little like bummed out because, his friend wasn't there. But his friend has to have Saturdays off too. What is it? It's going to look like a pencil. My 2 cents. Welcome in from YouTube. Um, let's see. Um, so right now I'm working on the eraser. Then I'm gonna move on to the silver part of the pencil. My pencil's gonna be yellow, and then I'm gonna have a tan and then the black. So, that is what a pencil blanket is. I've seen other like, they sell the patterns on Etsy, and, people have made it with the chenille yarn, the blanket yarn. Um, who I'm making this for, um, likes the acrylic yarn, so that's what we're doing, and I just came up with I'm gonna do it as Suzette stitch, and I came up with a pattern on my own of how many rows I want of each color, how many rows I wanted it long for what they're using it for, and then I went across and broke it all. I don't know yet, Linda. I'm we will see when we get there if I'm gonna make a pointy lead. Um, and I might do that because it would probably look cute because all the blankets I've seen made, they didn't have a pointy lead. Now the one that was the scarf on Etsy that the lady was selling the pattern for like 250, maybe $3. But like I said, her pencil was a certain stitch, the silver part was a different stitch, the yellow part all the way down. Now hers was pointy. And you could take that pattern that's a scarf and just make it a little bigger and make it the way you want it. I mean, said no crafter ever would ever no crafter ever would think about adjusting a pattern to their needs. Never. But I just decided to go with a Suzette stitch because it was something easy for me to take a pattern and not know what the pattern is, but to make it my own. And, I'm not going to take I'm sure somebody else has done one like this. So when you do the Suzette stitch, you chain an even amount across. And then in the second chain from the hook, when I'm doing a blanket, I always work in the back bumps so that my edge is straight and I don't have to put a border on it because I, this blanket, you wouldn't technically have to put a border on it if you didn't want to because of the way it ends. So you go in from the second stitch, you put a single crochet and a double crochet. You skip a stitch, single crochet, double crochet, skip a stitch, single crochet, double crochet, skip a stitch, all the way. Then when you get to the end of it, the very last stitch you put a single crochet in it, chain one, turn your work, and in that very first stitch, when we get to the end, and that very first stitch, you're going to put a single crochet and a double crochet. And then you're going to do it all the way across again. You do the single crochet, double crochets till you get to the end, and the very last stitch is always a single crochet. Yes, that is exactly what it is. See, I knew the Suzette stitch was called another name, um, because I remember Fairy Dust calling it something different, and I think yeah, he did call it the lemon peel. So, so let's see. So there's my single crochet, double crochet from the row before. So I've done there. So there's my little bump. So then I go into this stitch and I single crochet and then I double crochet. And then I skip the bump, go into the next stitch, single crochet, double crochet. No, maybe that's what the lemon peel is. So what I do is see that this is the single crochet, double crochet from the row before. I skip over that whole stitch and go into the stitch in between each one of them. So hold on. You know what? We'll do this. We'll do this real fast. Biscuit, what did Mommy knock over? Okay. So let's just do, here, we'll do this. So I'll do 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get that off there. So then, just for sake of this, because we're doing it. So what did I do? I pulled that too tight. Hold on. And 10. Let me make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we got 10. So for the sake of doing this, so from in the second chain from the hook, this is of course your first, this is your second. You go into it, you put your single crochet in there. Gosh, I can't even do this right. Then you put your a double crochet in the same stitch. So single and a double in the same stitch. Then what you do is you skip the next stitch and you put a single crochet and a double crochet in that stitch. So single and then a double. And then you skip the next stitch and you put a single and a double in this stitch. So when you get across, you should have 5 bumps because you have 10 stitches. So you skip one and then again. So, there we go. I'm probably driving you crazy, Linda. So we skip a stitch, and then on our last stitch, we put a single crochet. So technically, when I get done with this one, I should have 5 bumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your single crochet is your bump, 2. So then you chain 1, which raises it up. You turn your work, and pink is probably not the best color to be doing this with. So in this first stitch, right there where that single crochet is, that first available stitch, you're going to put a single and a double. And this automatically gives your working piece an edge. So then you skip over that bump and go into the next available open stitch. And you do a single and a double. And Biscuit's now getting up. He's like, I'm getting up now. Got to survey the backyard. So when this works out, this will straighten this stitch out and you will have an edge on your blanket. So you won't have to do it. And then you work all the way back down to the end. And let's see if I can do this real fast because it's only 5. Biscuit, honey, what are you doing? You're going to drive your mother crazy, is what you're going to do. Like that. And then I go into the turning chain that I created with both loops so that I stay square with it. And then in that last chain, I put a single crochet. There I have my straight edge. Chain up 1 and move. Yeah, is the lemon peel where it goes in each stitch, you go a single, double, or is that the houndstooth? Like, I think the houndstooth, is it like you do a single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double, all the way down, and then you flip it, and in your singles, when you go back across, it's like you do a single in your double and a double in your yeah. I think it took fairy dust a while to get that into my head. But anyway, it makes for a cute little back and forth stitch for me. And like I said, this is my favorite stitch to make a peepot blanket because she can't wiggle her little fingers through it. And when they're using the blanket to lay across her little abdomen area, so she can't get the little tubes, the feeding tubes, um, it makes it a lot better. She's doing really good. She is gaining weight. She is doing good. And so hopefully she will her mom's hoping they will decide. I don't think they'll do it before she turns 3, if you really wanna know the truth, because I think they want to make sure that she's got the full concept of eating and things like that, but both my daughter and my son-in-law, when they take her out, they don't just hook her up and let her feed through the feeding tube because it's convenient or easy. She literally gets to taste food. So, I mean, she's very she'll tell you. The thing of it is she knows more in sign language and all done. So, like, when she wants more, most of the time when she tells you she wants more, she wants something to drink, like water or a juice or something like that. Now, when she's eating in her high chair, she'll tell you she wants more food. But, they got her this really I think it's a nifty smifty cup. It's basically a cup and it has, like a lid in it, but it's got these little gears around it, so the water comes out. My daughter says, "Yes, it does make a mess," but Peepop has gotten so good at, drinking that she doesn't let the juice go to waste. She doesn't spill it on the floor. She doesn't do that. She's like, "I am not spilling this good juice for nobody." She's like, "It's not happening. It's not happening. Not today." So, she tries. She tries. Okay. I see what's going on. My brain's not working, but does it ever work? No, it doesn't ever work. Oh, oh, great. So, there we go. Now, I would like to do, a houndstooth, like a gingham blanket. I would like to do that once in my life, but, it's carrying the thread over and getting the right colors of thread because I think that when carrying the thread, carrying the yarn over sometimes is a really hard part for me. I've gotta get used to the tension, taking it across. So, I've got so much I wanna get done today, but I also think that I want to get a lot of things done before I go out for this surgery so that I feel like I'm leaving, and not that Papa's not totally competent, because he is. I leave him at least once, or this month will be twice in 1 month. I've left him for him and Biscuit alone for a weekend. But I mean, fully competent. He's fine in the house. It's just I feel like sometimes I just want to make his life so easy that he he doesn't have to worry about certain things. Like, you know, I just don't know. I worry. I worry. And he's a competent adult. He could do it all by himself. But I just worry about him. Don't know why. But yeah. Papa came out of his room. So let's see. What, baby? I guess he's gonna make himself known. I think I'm going to probably be pushing it with I might end up having to play yarn chicken the last row. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I do like the texture of a Suzette stitch. I do. And this actually does look like an eraser. The color's perfect. Look, my foot's falling asleep. Foot's falling asleep. And me, because I'm me, I have to go in the most difficult stitch. It's probably not the stitch you're supposed to go to, but I love it. But I think it's because of my tension. I really honestly think it's because of my tension. I know how I am with my tension, and yeah, mommy's tension's not the best, is it, Biscuit? I know it's fine, but I love you anyway, Mom. The co-pilot has determined. And this morning I actually had a Diet Coke that I ordered um when I got breakfast. Papa said, "I'm so proud of you. You haven't drank that Diet Coke down like you normally do." And I'm telling you, they're getting less and less tasty. So I think by the time this surgery is over and I am healed, I will be off Diet Coke permanently. Because I won't go back. I mean, I will attempt to steer clear of it. And I'll just stay away from anything that's stressful that will make me reach for a Diet Coke. And maybe that's what's helped with my hunger too. I bought a 48 needle knitting machine to make sock blankets for your dye shenanigans. Ooh. I'm actually drinking water with, it's a pink lemonade, but it has sucralose in it. It doesn't have the aspartame. But I can't remember which brand it is. Because I do like, right now, I do have a strawberry kiwi that I drink. Yes, Biscuit's gonna tell you whether he approves of it or not, and it is a Kroger brand, and it has caffeine in it, but it also has sucralose in it. So it's it's I like strawberry kiwi. I love the flavor strawberry kiwi. Pink lemonade is, my second choice. So, we don't put flavoring in his water. He probably wonders why we don't, but because if we did, he would drink it all faster than he drinks it all now. So, water with water flavoring. And I can do just plain water, it doesn't bother me. But, um, like, if I do, like, plain water when I first wake up in the morning, I'm fine. Ooh, stellar porter oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's do Discord. We haven't done Discord in a while. Thanks. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think we did that one. Okay. Let's see. Let's find Discord. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, Fairy Dust is on a bag bonanza. He has been making market bags left and right. I'm loving every single one of them. Loving every single one of them. Okay. Ooh, Panther. Oh, I love it. These are so cute. It's the little people from the Toy Story. That's what that looks like. Yeah. Biscuit's like, let me have them. Okay, another run of Forbidden Spaghetti. More Raffetti, everyone's Dino Green, and the third color is not an intentional colorway. The design mop schemes pre-soaked the rest, and then a set. Then while I work the pan, the yarn used to kitchen clean. Dies. Clean my guns. Okay, so let's see. So there's that one. I love your color. Ooh, I love that one. I'm a big fan of that one. I like that one too. I love the purples and the greens. I love the purples and the greens. I love it. Love it, Stellar. Love it. Okay, and then we're gonna go down. Another market bag from Fairy Dust. He just needs to set it a market. Oh, I love it, Linda. Linda had made one in green further up in whatever. I love this, Linda. I love this. This is so pretty. I love this. I love the purple. Love. How are you doing? And now who's working on a market bag? Oh, Linda. Linda's now working on a market bag. Okay. Market bag chaos. All because finish the tidy whitey filet crochet piece. Look at that. Must be for ship. Yeah. Oh, you're having shrimp. Mm-mm-mm. Today is Papa's birthday lunch. So we will be what did I do? So we will be eating lunch wherever Papa wants to eat lunch. What did I do? Um, oh, look. You got your knitting machine. I've got one of those. I've got one of those. Hold on. Stella, I think I've got one. I'm pretty positive I have one. It's over in the corner. Oh, I love it. Hi, Luna. Look, there's Luna Biscuit. Biscuit, look, there's another little dog right there. Right there. You got to look at the screen, dude. The girly dog. Oh, I love it. Oh, Panther, I like. Now, see, that is something I don't know if I could do. I did I share the staff I made for the mage doll? Oh, I don't know. Me, finish 2 more bags for myself. Hey, that's good. That is. I like that now. I mean, Panther, more power to you because this would not be my cup of tea. This would not be my cup of tea. But I mean, hey, we all have to have that one. I just put the pick in there. You'll see it. Okay. Oh, I like this. Now, see, cross stitch is my cup of tea. Cross stitch is my cup of tea. I like that. That is so cute. Love it. Ah, someone's making a staff for a mage. How much magic does it have in it? You can't. Yes, the cats were cute. I love them. I love them. One day I'm going to find the first piece of artwork that I did. In the 9th grade, I read Where the Red Fern Grows. And my mom found something like this with a tree trunk, not, it was cross stitch, a tree trunk and raccoons on top of it. And I cross stitched that, framed it, stuffed it with puffy fiber fill behind it, and turned that in for my 9th grade. Yeah, what a nerd. What a nerd. But that was my gateway into cross stitch. I love this axis. I love this. What is that? A dead fish right here on the floor? I mean, cat toy, dead fish. What you got going there? That's embroidery. Never again. So much magic. I'm doing his pants right now. Oh, okay. Okay. Those were good. Let's see. There was something. I think I put it in food. Okay. This was that's delicious. That was Access's breakfast, birthday breakfast. This is Lucille. That was Lucille in the oven. Don't judge my oven. Oh, look, Axis is making butter. How was the butter? It looks good to me. Lucille and your butter should meet. So, but we got to see if Lucille, the hardest part was squeezing out the buttermilk and having to dry it. Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's a lot of work. But I will say this. Um, Today we are trying Lucille for the 3rd time. This is the 3rd weekend I've had her. And we're going to she's cold proofing in the fridge right now. So when I get done with stream, I'm going to go down. I'm going to do the final shape while I'm heating the oven up. I'm going to do the final shape and score her and put her in the Dutch oven and get her ready. It was nice because I was able to salt it using my low sodium salt. So now see, that's nice. That's what I like about stuff like this. And I told Papa I do not know what's wrong with me, but like over the I used my sourdough discard and I made a chocolate chip cookie um with sourdough discard. I do want to do a focaccia. I do want to do a focaccia. And I want to do a cinnamon and sugar focaccia. And I think that Papa will love it because he loves cinnamon and sugar. He loves that cinnamon and sugar. Um, but we shall see. We shall see. He said the cookies smelled like sourdough. Like, it smelled like the whatever. Um, I didn't per se think it did. The girls at work ate it. They were like, "Whatever." They ate it. But I think I like being able to make things that I know that what I've put in it, and, you know, I'm trying to do my best, but we shall see. We shall see. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on 6 already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are on 6. I forgot to mark my 6 off. So, butter might be my next, but we shall see. We shall see. But it would be nice to make my own butter for Lucille, because you can make any kind of flavored butter that she wanted to make. You could have salted butter, you could have unsalted butter. You could probably have, I don't know. Papa's gonna mow the lawn tomorrow because we've got a lot of stuff we've got to get out. And then uh we're gonna work on maybe setting the garden stuff up. But I don't know if I'm gonna set it up per se, because the way my surgery is gonna land, I might just have to do like a short summer garden. It's fun to do every so often. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I watched somebody on an Instagram reel make like tons of butter, and I'm like, dude, I hope you're either can you freeze the butter? Can you freeze it? I mean, is that possible? Or maybe they were just making different flavors of butter, like garlic butter and things like that. I don't know. Maybe they were one of those little micro bakeries or something, like where you can go and you get bread, you can get butter, you can get all kinds of stuff. Buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, but yeah, he was making tons of butter. And I was like, goodness gracious. I think, I mean, it's great. And I'm glad there are people out there that do farmers markets and things like that, because, but how does that work for micro bakeries? I mean, because I didn't think that you were allowed. Now, I mean, I could be completely wrong. I didn't know you were allowed to um make things in your home like that and sell it, because I thought that's what happened to the chicken salad chick lady. She started making her stuff in her home, and then somebody turned her into the health department or whoever, the national food people, and said, "She's making her chicken salad in the house and she's not following." I don't know. I don't know. Somebody probably got crazy. But is it because it's like a micro bakery and they don't make whatever you wanna call it? Maybe they don't make enough? I know, Linda. It's ridiculous. I bet you, and I'm gonna just tell you because of the neighborhood I live in. I'm gonna tell you right now, if Papa went out in the backyard and made me like one of those cute little hutches, and I got sourdough down to a T, and I put some little sourdough bread and a little hutch outside, and, people be honest and whatever, I'm sure there will be people that would buy my sourdough if it was perfect. But I also know that there would be people that would be complaining and be like, "She can't be doing." I'd be like, "Really? Because it's not in the homeowners association regulations." because there were people that had chickens, and there was actually people that had pigs in our neighborhood. And the only reason why they had to get rid of their pigs and their chickens is because they rented, and the homeowners association were relentless about their it was smelly. And I think whoever it was that was next door was just whatever. Now see, the lady that I work with that has, like, she has way too many chickens than she's supposed to have for her area. I think she's allowed to have 6 chickens, but she has, like, maybe triple that. She might have 18 chickens. But in the summertime when those chickens are laying eggs left and right, she doesn't even sell them. She just brings them in to people that want them. You even got day duck eggs. See, why do I feel like that's just weirder than a chicken egg? And it's not. Some friends of mine made a driveway going through their backyard, made a concrete pad, put their motorhome in their backyard, and is on the is an 8 hour. Nuh-uh. That is crazy. Now see, the like when we went to the place that where we had P-Pop's baby shower. My daughter picked out the house. We picked the house out because it had a pink door. I don't know. But this is why we picked it out. We picked it out because it had a pink door. The people beside that Airbnb had a motorhome. I'm talking a RV in their backyard. And they just rented it out. Uh, so they lived in their house and rented out the RV. And I'm like, leave people alone. They're not bothering you. They're not bothering you. The only thing that they say about, like, and with our backyard, now Papa's always been afraid to put something in our backyard because of the way the whatever. Now, we have a fenced in backyard, but then our shed is outside of our backyard. But the shed has to be the same color as the house. That is the one requirement in the um what do you want to call it? The HOA. It's the only one we've really ever followed. They should leave people alone because the thing of it is if you can't see the motorhome from the road, you're not it's not messing anything up. And what if I what if I had a motorhome in my backyard? So, like, say one of my kids was having a hard time and I had an empty motorhome and they could live there until they could get back on their feet. People don't need to be in your business. People don't need to be in your business. Crazy, but people. That's okay. What's funny is one of the homeowners association people is at the front of the neighborhood. A guy in the back of the neighborhood, he I think he bought a boat. Papa would have to correct me if I'm wrong. He bought a boat. Well, he took a side off of his driveway so that the boat wouldn't be in the driveway. It would be in its own little concrete pad. And the homeowners association got mad because he didn't ask them permission to make the concrete pad and it went right up against the property line. And that's not allowed. But they never pointed out in the home where it said that in the homeowners association. They were just mad. And then the lady that is the secretary treasurer of the homeowners association, She lives at the front of the neighborhood, and she did the same thing with her driveway so she could put her car. So, I don't know why, but I don't know if it was for somebody else that was staying at her house. I don't know, but she didn't want them to block her garage doors. She wanted them to be able to pull into that parking space and not block her garage door so she could get out. Yes. I really ours is involuntary. Ours is voluntary. Like, we can be a part of it if we want, or we don't have to be, and we're not a part of it. We don't have nothing to do with it. They offer us nothing for "Hi, Reflection, how are you doing?" Wha I don't think they ours became voluntary because they don't have over 50% of the homeowners a part of it, so it became voluntary, and it just stays right there on the edge, but I think there are people that don't realize that it does. Our homeowners association, we don't have a pool, we don't have any common areas that are more than a median in the road, um, and we have a sign at the front of our homeowners. One. One sign, and we have 2 entrances, I think. I'm not really sure. I only go out the one entrance, so it's the only entrance I know. But, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, they will, and, they act like kids. The president of our homeowners association and all the people that are on the board, they're like little kids. They really are. I mean, he drives around the neighborhood like Papa says there are some days he drives around the neighborhood and he slow rolls. Like, dude, you're not enforcing anything. There's nothing you can enforce. Almost everyone on our road is not a part of the homeowners association. So I don't know why he thinks he can slow roll down this road and thinks he's going to put a note on anybody's door because they'll laugh at him. They'll laugh at him. They'll say, you're a lunatic, you dude. You're a lunatic. A loony tick. But so we are on, this is row 7. And I think if you mess up and you like forget where you're at, it's very easy to count these rows because they go in opposite directions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're on 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, you have to head out to crafting group and hopefully finish digesting all of these yes. Crazy. Axis. Thanks for stopping by, Axis. Thank you for stopping by. So row 7, hopefully we will get to row 10. Might not have to play chicken. I might not have to play chicken. I felt sorry for him because, they got the house as a dream home. They were retiring. They were going to be traveling. They lived there for, yeah, yes, that's ridiculous. Well, I don't know how they feel about RVs and ours. I just know that the people that rented that had the chicken, and I think they had one little pig. I don't know why they had a pig, like a pet pig. It wasn't even like a stinky butt pig that, you know what I'm saying? And for them to get mad about the chickens and saying the chickens stink and whatever, you're just probably mad because they wouldn't give you free eggs. It's probably all it was. If you're nice to your neighbors, it's amazing. It's amazing what can happen. So, I don't know. Are we talking about yes, HOAs. Ours is voluntary. So we don't have to be a member of it. We don't have to pay dues. We can just go about our merry way. We do try to follow the rules because we don't want to put a target on our back. Like when we bought our shed, we made sure our shed was the same color as our house as required because it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it really wasn't. Shed color's not going to make or break me. But we did get a bigger privacy fence. So they can't see into our backyard from the road. So like if they wanted to get mad because I had a garden or something, you know, I'm just using that as an example. They would not be able to see my garden from the road. They just wouldn't. And we're on row 7 of our pencil blanket. So we're on row 7 of the eraser for our pencil blanket. And I'm going to make bread later today from Lucille, my sourdough. And Lucille is named after my grandmother. And now Access has me wanting to make butter. Hi, Fancy. How are you doing? Welcome in from YouTube. How are you doing? Welcome in. And I just made this pattern off the top of my head using a Suzette stitch. Um, I've looked at other people's patterns for their pencil blankets. A lot of them use the blanket yarn. I did not want to use the blanket yarn. The person that this blanket is for does not want the blanket yarn. So it is acrylic yarn for apply. I love this cotton and tropical pink. And I have to have this blanket done by Thursday. Before I leave my house on Friday morning to go to my sister's daughter's wedding, youngest daughter's wedding. Oh, you're Indian. Okay. It is. It's late over there, isn't it? Well, no, hold on. I want to say 8:30. Is it 8:30? Oh, like Dane. Oh, okay. Hi, Moonrose. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. My ears are itching. Are they itching, Biscuit? Biscuit's been so good since we've gotten back this morning from our little mini trip with him. I am making a pencil blanket. So by pencil, I mean like a pencil. So this is the eraser we're making right now. Then I'm going to make the silver. My pencil's going to be yellow. And then there's going to be tan and then the black tip. That is what I'm making. And there are patterns on Etsy if you want to purchase them. I just picked a stitch. I like the Suzette stitch for blankets. Um, it is my preferred stitch unless I'm making like a granny square blanket or something like that. Um, but it's my preferred stitch because I like it. You don't have to it doesn't need a border. It doesn't need a border. So, And I like that it doesn't need a border since there's so many colors involved. Um, and I just drew, um, on a piece of paper how long I wanted the blanket to be, how long I want it to be, and then I just worked out on the paper how far out I wanted the pencil to go. So, I'm not a designer by any means, but I will throw a blanket together that I wanna make. I just have to do it on paper. Buddy, what are you doing? An ad break is going to be starting for those on Twitch soon. Necessary evil. Well, I shouldn't say necessary evil. It's just necessary. Twitch makes us do it. Um, but anyway, I am on this is row 7. I'm gonna do 10 rows for the eraser. Then I'm going to do 5 for the silver part of the pencil. And then the longest part, of course, will be the yellow part. And then I'll have to go get my paper because I've written it all out on a piece of paper how I wanted it. Um, and it's in another room. I don't know why I didn't bring it with me, but I didn't. Because I was thinking today I mean, possibility I will get done. I will get done with the eraser, no doubt about it. Um, but I also have shamrocks to make before I go to work on Monday. And this is my little shamrock. I'm gonna put pins on the back of them and give them to the people I work with. So for St. Patty's Day. So I'm busy. And yeah. So I don't know how much, if I'll get to the silver part, because the silver part's only, I think, like 5 rows. I know it's half of whatever the eraser is. And I may look at a picture of a pencil blanket when I get done with this, and 10 rows may not be enough what I want. But I may want the pencil eraser to be a little longer, even though I think the pencil eraser, according to that pencil, looks fine. It On this one, the silver part is a lot bigger than my normal pencil that I have. So, then into the stitch. Okay. And the Suzette stitch works up really fast. I think it's just one of those stitches that you can do. It's kind of like when you do a granny square. You don't even have to count. You know what you're doing. You just move on to the next stitch. So, and I'm probably, oh, just a lot that I have to do for next weekend in my mind. So, Just in my mind. Like, and when you change the colors on this, it works out so easy because when you change from one color to the next on this blanket, um, weaving in the ends is just so nice. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back from the ad. Welcome back. I think weaving in the ends and crocheting over the ends is just really nice. It works out very well on the Suzette stitch. Um, I really don't have any complaints about this kind of a blanket. I just don't. It works up nice. The ends weave in really nice. It's just nice all the way around. Let's see. So, okay, not bad. I had to just check. I think I've just messed something up, but that's okay. As long as I don't mess the blanket up, I really don't care. And the thing about not for me, for using the acrylic yarn instead of, like, any Chanel or any roving yarn or anything with the Suzette stitch, if I do make a mistake, it's a lot easier to pull this stitch out. Now, if you're using a roving yarn or something like that, it is going to be, a little bit harder, so you just have to make sure you get that single one. And there have been times when on the first row, I did the single crochet and didn't do the double crochet. Very easy to go back and frog it out and fix it. Um, so and this isn't a blanket that you would get like rows into it and then realize you made a mistake. You're gonna know the next row over because when you go into the stitch, you're gonna be able to tell. Oh, I only did the single crochet. What is that? Biscuit, hold on. I don't like that. I'd already made like 3 rows on this blanket and there was something on it that I didn't like with the edging on the round blanket, and I undid it all. I could kick myself because I would be done with the pink by now. But because I saw something I didn't like, I was like, well, we're going back and we're going to fix it. And now I think I'm seeing the same thing again, and I'm just going to have to let it go. I'm going to have to let it go because I'm seeing it. It doesn't mean everybody else is going to see it. So, and not that I would, but if I wanted to, I could just edge it. If I had enough pink, go around and edge the pink, and that's it. So, unicorn, what you doing? Waking up from a nappy. I don't get to do any nappies today. Today is Papa's birthday lunch slash early dinner. And when I get done with this, I gotta go bake some bread and um get everybody ready. I know. I just know what time the girls are gonna be here. You're making a shawl? Oh, that sounds nice. Um, I know what time the girls are gonna get here, and I just wanna be held accountable for a little bit of this blanket because it has to be done in the next 4 days, and I've gotta get other things done in the next 4 days. So, yeah, and then when I get back from this next weekend being off, I have to start working on Peepop's fridge. Well, because I have today, tomorrow, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's more than 4 days. Why did we not start it sooner? Because I am a procrastinator, and I had other things that I had to finish. I had the baby blankets I had to finish. I have shamrocks that for Monday that have to be finished, those kind of things. And with this being a Suzette stitch, it's only, listen to me, it's only 130 rows. And so we only have 142 more to go. Wait, no, 100. I just said 130 rows. We have another 122 to go. I know, I know. This was kind of a last minute. I don't want to ship it and I want to make it. And since I'm already going there, I just need to get it done. 122, but this will go fast. I mean, technically, okay. I've been streaming for like 2 hours. So, like when I get off and I make my bread and I sit down and I wait for my bread to cook and everything, if I'm still doing this, I mean, if I worked hard on this, I probably tomorrow I could be working on the yellow. So, yeah, I know, buddy. I know. Trying to get to the end. Don't huff at me. Yeah, working off stream, it'll be a little bit easier because it'll go faster. Because Papa won't talk to me. He he will not bother me when I'm counting. Not that this is accounting, whatever. But yeah, we're not gonna play that. And I'm telling you, when I'm looking at this, it looks like it's a different color when I turn it, but it's not. Like it is really not I don't think it's as bright. Maybe it is. But it looks like a unicorn. It looks like a unicorn. It looks like it looks like an eraser. Unicorn's name is pink on my side. I'm sure it's pink for everybody, but I mean, I know Biscuit. I know. So let's get to the end of this. And let me just get to the end of this row and we will do what we got to do. Okay. So we're to the end of this row. I'm going to do my single crochet. And like I said, the reason why I like this stitch is because when you do it, it makes a straight edge. You do not have to. You got some fancy unicorn yarn yesterday. I'm working on a surprise to go with my eggs. But I might have to you might have to write your pattern down. This one, I've got it written down in my other room. And I was working on it, but I frogged this all out. So I will say this me being right now on this, I would be 3 or 4 more rows ahead if I wouldn't have ripped it out. But I saw something I didn't like and I ripped it all out. Okay, buddy. So, um, let's see. I am, let's see, I am going to be me. Biscuit, you're making me hit the wrong buttons. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I want to do a SIG blanket in this style. I am making a SIG blanket too, and I'm going to tell you right now. I found this at Michael's mustard. This is the color my cigarette's going to be. Um, so this is the color I'm going to do. And I've already started the SIG blanket. That's got to be done by June. So, and it was a lot cheaper to buy that big thing right there than, why did I start it with that color? I think I've just messed myself up. But anyway, I'm going to raid out because I've got to eat a small lunch before the girls get here. They're going to be here but a little bit later, but I got to get a couple things done before they get here and we start the whole Papa thing. But we are going to raid into Mary Crafty Creations because the Crafty Collective is having a raid train this weekend. I don't know if it's going on throughout the rest of the week or not. But I can't think. So, I am going to write into them because I'm a part of the Crafty Collective also, and she is making something. I think that they're all celebrating stuff. But anyway, I'm looking you up on Instagram. Are you with a dog? Yes, I am with a dog. Um, so y'all have a wonderful day and I will see you tomorrow.